Hello my sweet cozy gaming besties and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for this video because we're officially kicking off a brand new series on my channel called Play, Pause, or Quit. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to set a timer for 1 hour and play through some of your most anticipated game releases, whether they are cozy games, not so cozy games, or somewhere maybe in the middle. I love all types of games. Whatever you want to see, I'm going to play. And in that hour, I'm going to play the game, give you guys my first impressions in real time. Think kind of like vlog style, relaxed, laid back, with some gameplay footage thrown in there so that you can really get a good impression of the game yourself as well, without giving away too many spoilers or giving too much away, of course. And once that 1 hour timer goes off, I'm gonna tell you guys whether I would play the game, as in I would recommend it, suggest it, it's been amazing, I can't wait to play on, whether I would pause the game, meaning maybe sit this one out for a little while, maybe there's some bugs, glitches, or maybe the game just doesn't seem worth the price, so maybe wait for a sale, or, you know, quit. As in, maybe don't. Maybe sit this one out completely. So those are 3 options: play, pause, or quit. How it's going to work is that I'm going to put a poll up on my Instagram @livecharette, and you guys are going to vote for which game you want to see. So this week, the choices were Ritual of Raven and Tiny Bookshop. So let's see what the results were. So to nobody's surprise, Tiny Bookshop won out by quite a lot at 74%. But that's not to say that we won't play Ritual of Raven coming up. But for today, it's Tiny Bookshop, which honestly I am so stoked about because I've wanted to play this ever since it was announced. I'm so excited that we get to do this together. I have the game downloaded, it's ready and loaded on my Switch 2. So this is going to be coming from a Switch 2 perspective. I've been hearing so much about it across TikTok, YouTube, you name it. It's been a really highly anticipated game in the cozy gaming community. You basically get to run the bookshop of your dreams, which honestly, like, sign me up. As somebody who has read 130 books in the last like year and a half or so, I just could not wait to get my hands on this game. It's kind of like a cozy hobbyist's dream. You get to run this cute little bookshop, customize it as you want, go from town to town, recommend books, and the coolest part is these books are actual, like, real books in real life, so you're gonna recognize some of the titles if you're an avid reader, and you just kind of get to like suggest them to your customers, and I just think it's just adorable. Without further ado, let's get into it. I've got my timer ready to go, and let's play some Tiny Bookshop. Immediate first impressions, like I'm talking 5 minutes into the game, first impressions. So far, I love the art style. I think it's cozy, adorable, perfect for what it is. I love the setting of the game. I love that it's kind of like this coastal vibe. You have this cute little bookshop by the sea. Very cute. Wholesome, perfect. I will just say that my bookshop did just close. I had a bunch of customers come in. They just were like coming in my shop, leaving, not buying anything. I don't know if I was doing something wrong, so instructions a little bit unclear, but I'm sure it'll just be like a figure it out as you go situation. Also really loving the soundtrack. They definitely put a lot of thought into that. It's like vibing. So anyway, let's open up my bookshop for day 2. Okay, so I just filled my bookshelf. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing, if I'm being completely honest, because I thought you were supposed to stock it based on the percentage chance of people picking it, but as soon as you start loading your bookshelf with the books, the percentages change. So definitely misunderstood that part. You increase the chances, I guess, as you add more of that genre onto your shelf. So I'm not really sure. We're just gonna kind of go with this. I have a good mix of most of the genres. I kept the bottom to be more travel, and I have like a good section of kids books, crime. I kind of like went across the board trying to cover all bases, and we'll just see how this goes. I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe we'll get a better idea of what people are looking for based off of this day of sales. Also have just under 41 minutes on the clock. That took me a long time because I was being such a Virgo and overanalyzing everything, trying to make sure that everything was evenly distributed. So gotta love a dilly-dally moment. Anyway, let's keep playing. Okay, really cute. So there's actually this newspaper that you get at the start of every day. It tells you the weather, if there's any events coming up, and also there's like classified listings for things that you can buy for your bookstore. Like right now, I'm about to get a free cactus. We're adding my cute little cactus to my bookshop. Yay. Where should we put it? I think right here. Some items can increase your sales chance for certain genres or change the effectiveness of other items. Watch out though, sometimes this comes at the expense of another genre. Ooh, so we got some strategy involved in here. We have some cute paint colors. You know I'm going to go for something purple. That's just my vibe. I will say a little note on this, and I wish more games would kind of do this instead, but I do really feel, oh wait, I gotta hit pause. My customers are showing up. I do feel like a lot of games recently that I've been playing have really been more like tell you instead of showing you in their introductory phases, which kind of annoys me because sometimes I feel like it's like information overload, like my head hurts and I'm like, wait a second, I have to press what button? I have to do what now? Like, what do you want from me? I kind of wish it would show you more in the moment when you were being presented with that exact scenario instead of like telling you right there and then, so that you have to like put it in the back of your mind. I guess I'm kind of just one of those people of like, if I'm learning a new board game, somebody telling me the rules and like laying them out for me, I'm gonna be like, wait, what? But if we're actually playing the game and you're instructing me sort of as we go, like it sinks in better. And maybe that's just the way that I personally learn things, but I do find I'm a little bit overwhelmed currently with like the journal, the decorating, the buttons that you have to press to get the genres, and it's like, okay, a little bit like much. Like let's slow down. One thing at a time. But overall, really enjoying the vibe, having fun, and I'm excited to see like my sales so that I can stock books accordingly to the demand. Like I'm really loving this like business side of it. If you didn't know, I am a business major, so this is just like scratching every itch possible, from the cozy side to the business side to just literally owning my own bookshop, which has always been a dream, and I get to live it out in a video game. Loving this. We got another location added to our map, which I'm excited to kind of switch things up from the pier. It's like kind of stressing me out that there's these customers like coming in my shop. Like I don't want to disappoint them. So far it seems that they're finding everything they want, which is good. Oh, somebody didn't like my travel section. Oh, I think I'm maybe out of fact books. I'm not sure. Again, we're kind of learning as we go. This is really just our like third day of full operation. We have just under 27 minutes on the clock, so let's get busy, guys. So many books to sell, so little time. Let's stock these shelves. Okay, so it says listen closely to people's requests and try to pick up on what kind of book they're looking for. So Tilda's saying, I prefer books from this century. I wouldn't mind something with a detective. I'm interested to see what you would suggest. Pay attention to how certain parts of their requests are worded. So we gotta pay attention to the description of the book, the publication date, the genre, the author, page count, etc., etc. So helpful to know. The Stones of Venice. I've actually never heard of this. Published in 1851. Whoa, okay. We're really going back. 222 pages. So that's not going to be the one. We're gonna press B. So she wants something from this century. I'm gonna go into my crime section because that's more likely to have a detective. A Study in Scarlet is from 1887, so I would automatically say no. Agatha Christie, After the Funeral, and then Violets Are Blue, which could be also good. But I'm going to say, oh wait, books from this century, so I guess that would actually eliminate Agatha Christie's because it's 1953. We're gonna go with this one published in 2001, Violets Are Blue. This one should do. A perfect recommendation, marvelous. Okay, so that portion was really fun. Like you get these keywords that you have to look for in the description of the book. You got to look at the year. Sometimes it's page numbers. Sometimes it's the actual synopsis itself. And you try to recommend a book that best fits that match that the customer is looking for. So I just successfully did that, which is really exciting. And we got some extra little percentage points onto our overall score. So, yay us. just made a perfect recommendation for someone, which makes me feel so accomplished. Someone was looking for a really great sci-fi novel and I recommended Dune. We checked all the boxes. Oh, my timer just went off. Okay, 1 hour's up. Let's talk about Tiny Bookshop. Here are the pros, the things I absolutely loved about the game. First, recommending books. Like, that component was so much fun. I love getting to read the different book titles. Every time you buy a book from the bulletin or from the newspaper, you get to add new books to your shelf. So it's kind of like discovering your own little shop as you go. It's just really fun. I love that component, and it's really fun trying to match the exact description to the customer. And especially when you get it right, it's so satisfying. Another thing that I really loved was that the setting was always fresh. Like, you can set up shop a bunch of different places around the island. I've currently unlocked 3 different places, so that kind of keeps it interesting that you're not always in the same place. And what's also really cool is that you can kind of look around the area, and sometimes there'll be little treasures there that you can pick up and use to decorate your bookshop with. So that's really fun, very well thought out. I love discovering new books. Like, overall, the book suggesting component is just my absolute favorite. I love reading the different titles and recognizing some of them, but also learning about new ones that I actually added to my literal TBR in real life, because I was like, that sounds really interesting actually. I'm gonna check that one out. As a whole, it's very laid back, very relaxing, very repetitive, so it's easy to get lost into. You could easily pair this with an audiobook at the same time because it's so chill, so low stakes, and just really easy to overall get into. I would definitely play this one right before bed, especially if I'm a little bit tired and don't actually feel like actually reading. Like, Tiny Bookshop gets to scratch both my cozy gaming itch and my reading itch all in one. So love that. As far as cons go, there's not that many, but there are a few. As I kind of mentioned when I first started the game, I did find that it was a little bit like instruction overload. I was a bit overwhelmed and I was like, wait a second, what? But once I got into it, it became like second nature. So that was just like an initial kind of complaint. It might take you a minute to just kind of like get into it, know what buttons to press, but overall, not a huge issue. Just a bit of a learning curve, like any game. No big deal. I just kind of wish that they sort of walked you through it instead of just like telling you a bunch of paragraphs and you're like, wait, huh? One other little thing that I think would have enhanced the experience would be having the actual book covers, like having the books made in the art style of the game. I think that would have added an extra little bit of charm because I'm such a visual person. Like, it would have been really cool to actually see the book covers themselves, though that probably has to do with like licensing and all that good stuff. So like, I understand why they're not there, but I do think that it would have added to the overall enjoyment of the game for me, would be to see like the actual book titles or see like the spines, you know what I mean? But that wasn't there. It's not a deal breaker in any way, shape, or form, but because I'm such a visual person, that just would have been like a little cherry on top. My only concern about this game is its redundance. It does feel quite repetitive, which could be a plus for some people and add an extra layer of coziness. But for me, I do worry that after playing it for several hours, that it might lose its spark a little bit, because every single day is the same. You open up shop, your customers come in, they ask you for book recommendations, you close up shop, and then you restock based off of what you sold the previous day, which is really fun. But again, I haven't played a whole lot of hours into it. I've only played an hour, so maybe there's some extra added layers that come into this. It is a little bit repetitive, I will say. So overall, would I play, pause, or quit Tiny Bookshop? I'm gonna go with play. While this game didn't overly exceed my expectations, it definitely met them. This game really checks a lot of boxes for me as far as being a cozy gamer who loves to read, who loves to discover new books, but also has a bit of a business sense. It's really fun, really well thought out. The soundtrack is great, and for $19.99, I think it's definitely worth the price for sure. Let me know if you've played Tiny Bookshop before. If you would play, pause, or quit this one, I would love to know in the comments below, and let me know what other cozy games you'd like to see in this series. Happy to add them to my next Instagram poll. Please like and subscribe, it helps me so much. And until next time, we'll see you later, cozy gaming besties.